Hey, it's your boy King Lee. I'm back with another video. I'm gonna do the story time of how I got cancer. All right, so we're on the second to last day of school. This was last year. I was in eighth grade. Um, this is the second to last day of school. Normal day, chilling. Till I get to about second period, right? And then I'm just chilling. I'm just trying to chill, just chilling in the second period. I'm in math. I don't like math. Who really likes math? I mean, some people like math, but I don't really like math. And then, like, my leg's been hurting, like, the past couple of weeks and stuff. Like, I've known about it. But then I just, like, couldn't sit down. Any way that I sat down, anything, like, I basically couldn't sit down. I couldn't, like, my leg hurt any position my body was in. So I told the teacher, and I said I need to go to the nurse or whatever. And then I went to the nurse, and I told her what was happening. And then she was like, call your mom and then go to the hospital. And then I was like, all right, yep, finna do that. Say less. And then she said, "Guess you can get. I'm gonna get you some ice." And then I got some ice, and then I was just basically. I called my mom, and she said she's coming. And then after that, basically, I was just chilling. You know what I mean? I was just chilling, sitting there waiting for my mom to basically come to the schools and pick me up. And then I saw my friend, and then she was like, "Why are you down here?" And then I was like, "Cause my leg and stuff." And after that, and she was like, I feel bad for you and stuff. I'm tired, that's why I paused, my fault. But yeah, and then my mom came, and then we went to, basically, it was the clinic. We basically went to the clinic or whatever, and then they checked it out, and then they didn't know what the fuck was going on. And then we went to a bunch of places, and then we finally went to I don't know what it's called, but I got my X-rays there, and then that shit took 5 years, and then we didn't even get the results from we got the results or something, and didn't even say anything, and then I think it was the next day. The next day I went to the emergency room or whatever, and then because I was in so much pain. I mind you, this was the most pain like my leg has ever been in. Like I know it wasn't broken or nothing, but it was just in so much pain, and I had like this big old big lump on my leg, and it was a tumor, but that's what it was. But I went in there, and then they were like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And I was like, "My leg hurts so bad. This hurts the most it's ever hurt in my whole life." And I'm just talking to them about it, right? And then they're like running tests. They got an IV in my arm and shit. Tested my blood, testing to see what it is, all that stuff. And then basically, it took 5 years, and I was pissed off because I wanted to go home. But no, I wasn't pissed off because I wanted to go home. I was pissed off because my fucking leg hurted, right? And then they finally come in there and they say they think this could be some source of cancer. And my mom is just tripping and stuff. And me, I'm just like, honestly, to be honest with you, I didn't even have a big ass reaction. To be honest, I didn't have a big ass reaction. I wasn't that surprised because people in my family already have died from cancer, and cancer kind of runs in the family. You know what I mean? My grandma died from breast cancer. And I was just like, I'm finna beat this shit. You know what I mean? How long? I was like, you know, I just kept asking questions like what type, all this stuff, and then I went into after that. They sent me to Children's, right? They sent me to this was, mind you, they thought this was cancer. They didn't guarantee it yet. They said they really believe that it's cancer, and then before we left, they said it was cancer, and then we went to Children's, and then they did all their tests, they got their blood tests, all that stuff, and then I basically stayed in the emergency bed thingy for like one night, and then I went to the cancer patient area, and people were hella nice, hella cool. They're really nice people and stuff, and they just were like, whatever you need, press the button, all that. They had food, they had good food, all that stuff. I was basically just chilling, I was just chilling, and then and then let's just fast forward, cause we're about to be in October now. This was all the way in damn. I don't even remember. It was so long ago, but it was the last. It was the last. Now we're probably now we were on like when school was over and shit, and like yeah. Fast forward till now, so all that goes, and then it's a tumor, all this stuff. I have sarcoma, stage 4. It's a tissue cancer. I have this stuff in my tumor, and in my chest, cancer cells. It's called sarcoma, and the radiation is supposed to made my legs, made the tumor smaller, because I'm about to get my surgery on October 10th, and then yeah. Then the main source of cancer is going to be gone, and then later in the process, I'm supposed to be over in March, done with it in March. Yeah, later in the process, I'm supposed to get radiation on my chest, and then that's gonna make the cancer cells go away, and then I'm gonna be like cancer free basically. But now every day is like every other day. I have appointments, all this stuff. Basically Monday, I just chill. Sometimes I have appointments on Mondays, but regularly I just chill, play my game, that normal stuff. Tuesdays, I go, they access my port, test my blood and all that stuff, and then I have a meeting with like the person that tells me how my blood counts are, how my red blood cells are, all that stuff. And yeah, that's the story of how I got cancer, sarcoma.